Chances are, when shopping for an appliance, you'll run into one of these. It's the Energy Star logo, and you can find it on energy-efficient appliances, heating and cooling devices, and even on home electronics. It's the way manufacturers tell the consumer what the annual costs are to use the appliance.
Every American home replaced just one light bulb with an Energy Star qualified bulb, we would save enough energy to light more than 3 million homes for a year. And get this, if we all replaced just that one bulb, we could prevent greenhouse gases equivalent to more than 800,000 cars. Now that's a bright idea.
Energy Star qualified bulbs use about 75% less energy, save about $30 or more in electricity costs over each bulb's lifetime, produce about 75% less heat so they're safer to operate, and can cut energy costs associated with home cooling.
Did you know that the average home spends about $2,000 on energy bills every year? Change to appliances that have earned the Energy Star and you can save $75 a year in energy costs while saving the environment. Save energy, save money.
Installing a programmable thermostat allows you to save money and energy when you set it to a controlled temperature.
If your heat is on all day and you're home, it's recommended to keep your thermostat set to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're not at home all day, set it to 65 degrees. If your thermostat controls your air conditioning the other half of the year, aim to keep it set to 78 degrees or higher. For each degree you raise your thermostat setting, you can reduce seasonal cooling costs by 6 to 8%.
When buying a thermostat, look for the ability to store and repeat multiple settings. A manual override to allow you to change the current temperature without affecting the daily or weekly program. A backup battery to save the program in case of a power outage. An easy-to-read digital display. Temperature accuracy within 1 degree. And instructions printed on the inside cover for easy programming. Now remember, you're working with low voltage electricity, so it's always a good idea to wear rubber-soled shoes. If you're uncomfortable, you may want to call a licensed electrician. And it's always a good idea to read the instruction manual. First, shut off power to unit. Remove old thermostat cover. Remove old mounting plate. When disconnecting wire, mark them with labels to designate the colors. Once wires are marked, disconnect them. To keep the wires from falling back into the wall, wrap them around the pencil. Mark the new screw locations. Drive in wall anchors. And screw the mounting plate to the wall. Connect the wires. Install the batteries. And snap it onto the wall plate. It's easier than you thought, huh?
Shut off power. Remove old cover plate. Mark the wires and disconnect them. Mark new screw location. Drive in anchors and mounting plate. Reconnect the wires and install batteries. Program thermostat.
If your boiler or furnace is older than 20 years, you may want to call a professional and consider having it replaced with a high-efficiency model.
Consider a replacement now if your system is an old gas furnace without electronic ignition. If it has a pilot light, it was probably installed prior to 1992 and has an efficiency of about 65%. The least efficient systems today are 80%.
Sealing and insulating are often the most cost-effective ways to make a home more comfortable and energy efficient. Take care of your home and subtract dollars from your energy bill by caulking around windows and doors, adding spray foam insulation, using door sweeps and insulated door stops.
You probably have one of two different kinds of water heaters in your basement, an electric, or like this guy here, gas.
The gas water heater is nearly identical to an electrical water heater, except that it doesn't contain two heating elements, but instead has a gas burner at the bottom with the chimney running up through the middle of the tank. The thermostat controls the temperature of the water inside the tank, and although some manufacturers set water heater thermostats to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, it's recommended to set them to 120 degrees. The hotter the temperature of your service, the less working life it will have. For each 10 degrees Fahrenheit reduction in water temperature, you can save up to 5% in energy expense.
Reducing your water temperature to 120 degrees helps your water heater last longer and operate at its maximum efficiency. Now, you should service your water heater at least once a year. Call a specialist right away if you notice any leaks or if your water takes a while to get hot. Another way to conserve energy is to think about buying one of these, an insulating blanket for your hot water heater. Now, the easiest way you can tell if you benefit from a blanket is to feel the insides of the tank. If it's warm, you'll probably benefit from owning one.
The insulating jacket can reduce heat loss by 25 to 40%, which represents a savings of around 9% on your annual water heating costs.
But before you zip out and buy a blanket, check your system's manual or check the instructions on the side of the tank to make sure that the manufacturer recommends the blanket.
Changing to compact fluorescent light bulbs, upgrading appliances to Energy Star models, what to look for when buying a programmable thermostat, installing a programmable thermostat, updating your oil burner over 25 years old, adding insulation and sealing air leaks. To find out more information about these and other projects, visit www.diy.com or your local hardware store.